with Johnny Radio.
If you like pina coladas.
On AM 560, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
The only man to give death a near Johnny experience. Johnny Harden.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome into Sport 56 Happy Hour with your very good friend Johnny Radio. My good buddy Gabe Coons back in the hizzy. What's up? Follow both of us. I'm at Johnny_Radio. Follow him at G_Coon71. That's Kuhn. His brother's going to join us at the bottom of the hour at 1:30. I promise it's going to be very entertaining as there's so much going on in the world of sports. We got the Redskins debacle to talk about. We've got so many things that I just want to jump in that I'm fired up. 6 days to baseball, by the way. 6 days to baseball. Madden's making a lot of news with all their it's amazing how hurting we are for sports in this world that the Madden rankings have been breaking news each day, and I was laughing so hard because I just literally ran to my house to walk the dogs real quick. Walk in. My father-in-law has the, I think it was CNN, one of the news stations on or whatever. And at the bottom of their scroller, they had the Madden rankings for the wide receivers. And I just was saying to myself, oh, my goodness.
You ever played Madden in your life?
Have I played the game?
Yeah.
I tried.
You can't do it.
Like, I mean, you got to realize
Your
how
brain
old
just
I
doesn't
was.
let you.
Dude, I had played Tecmo Bowl, homie. There's like 50 buttons, and like, no, like it would take me a month to learn how to play that damn game, I think. So, that's another thing, by the way. I do have to honestly say, young people today, let's just be real. Simple fact that they can do some of the things that they can do on these very, very high-tech, crazy machines, by the way, which I think they said that the PlayStation 2 actually...
You're showing your age so hard
I am
right
showing
now
my
on
age.
these high-tech machines.
But they said the PlayStation 2 had more technology than the Apollo mission, like the whole computer system. They said that your cell phone has more right now, whatever, it can hold more gigabytes or whatever the hell they say. I'm definitely showing my age. But they're saying it can hold more than the first dead gum thing they sent to the moon. And I'm like, so you're saying they sent 3 astronauts on a little bitty rocket ship to the moon on a big old rocket, by the way. I mean, that was a huge rocket. But they blast this dude to the moon. But you're telling me that they were using DOS? And they had a bunch of smart ladies who were working in a room doing all the calculations by hand. They didn't even have a computer. Sorry, that would have scared the bleep out of me. So for all you men who actually did it, congratulations. NASA, y'all were baller shot callers. But I bring that up just for, I don't even know why I brought it up because he was making fun of my age. Madden. Oh, yeah. Madden has made like such news that you have wide receivers who are basically, did you know that like they're taking offense to this, right? Have you seen the players who have taken offense to this, who have like tweeted out?
Deshaun Watson was one.
Deshaun
They
Watson.
should though. Some of
Deshaun
these
Watson,
some
yeah,
of these ratings are
84
horrible.
for Deshaun Watson.
It's a
Realistically, is a joke.
You know,
But also,
Aaron Rodgers was under a 90.
He was under 90. By the way, but DeAndre Hopkins was the second highest wide receiver. He was higher than Julio Jones at 97. He was the number 2, and I love DeAndre Hopkins. Don't get me wrong, but you got him higher than Julio Jones, Tyreek Hill, Mike Evans, Odell Beckham Jr. Don't get me wrong, Mike. I mean, in a very crowded room, he's going to catch the ball. But that's what makes Michael Thomas the best at what he does. But they had Michael Thomas rated number 1. And again, I think Michael Thomas, because he didn't drop but one ball last year, all year. He had one drop, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Something ridiculous.
Set the receptions.
Set the reception, the consecutive receptions record. Like the ball was thrown to him, he caught it more than anybody in the history. Yes, Michael Thomas is awesome, but if you're going to tell me he's the best wide receiver in the National Football League, I'm kind of going to question you a little bit. What do you think?
Here's the thing: is like you got to take into account who he's had throwing the ball to him.
Drew Brees, baby,
and what kind of receiver he is. It's a match made in heaven. They both can beat zones better than anybody in the league. They fit each other.
Well.
But, again, I think if DeAndre Hopkins had Drew Brees, he'd have a different career.
Yeah, I absolutely do. It's kind of like Devontae Adams is a good wide receiver, but I don't think he'd be ranked number 5 if he didn't have Aaron Rodgers throwing him the football. And plus, they don't have another wide receiver on the whole damn team. But anyway, we're going to talk all about stuff like this. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Tiger Woods, 3 over today on the Memorial. Had an 8-foot putt he had to make to get to 2. Right now the cut line's at 2, but you never know, something could happen. Maybe the winds pick up. People start making some bogeys. Who knows? Maybe he will make it. He's made 17 straight cuts at the Memorial. Will he make it 18? Well, we'll talk about that and so much more. We're going to talk about Myles Garrett. We're going to talk about, I'm going to compare him to Tom Brady and Deflategate. We're definitely going to talk about the Washington Redskins. We're going to talk also about a 76ers team that might be moving Ben Simmons, which they have moved him, but I don't think people have taken notice. He's not playing point guard anymore. Did you notice that? He's now back at power forward, where he is so much more useful. I'll talk a little bit about that and why actually a lot of people aren't talking about him. But watch out. In this bubble, the 76ers might be some damn trouble. And everybody's like, oh, Brett Brown's trying to save his job. Well, man, he'll definitely save it if they go win that junt. You know what I mean? Only problem was, and I hate to say this, and this is where it hurts when I try to give this argument. Do you know what their home record was?
Not great.
No, their home. No.
Oh no, their away record was horrible. Their home record was really really
bad.
Good.
It was scary.
That's
to be
what it
honest
was.
With. Yes, totally opposite. It was completely flipped. So they won 2 road games, and they lost. Like when they were on the road, they won twice. Like literally, when they were at home, they lost twice. So that's kind of like one of those things where you're like, damn. I have seen, like, Zion Williamson, when he was playing with the Pelicans, they were an unequivocal different team. Here it is. I got it right here. 29-2 at home. That was the 76ers this year. I finally got it. I was wrong. 29-2. So I know there was a 2 in there, damn it. 29-2. They were 10-24 on the road. Now, if you're in a neutral site with no fans, is there a difference there, Mr. Kuhn? Like, if you see a team that's 29-2 at home, 29-2, best winning record in basketball, but the worst road record that's in the postseason, by the way. I mean, if you just suck, you suck everywhere. But, dude, 10-24, how's this team 10-24 on the road?
It doesn't bode well for the bubble, I'll say that much.
You don't think so?
No.
So you think the neutral site actually does hurt them? Do you think they actually feed off the crowd or something?
I don't know what it is. I have no idea why they're so bad on the road. But if they're traveling, I think there's a lot of different things that might, be a part of them being horrible on the road. So I don't see why the bubble would help.
Makes sense.
See why, but who are we talking to at 2?
2 o'clock, we got Lee Sterling. You know why? Because we got fights. Did you know that?
Did I know that? Of course. We had fights on Wednesday. We have fights on Saturday.
We had them last week.
Fight Island, Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. We doing this thing again. And by the way, Lee's still balling. He's still shot calling. And 2 o'clock, he's going to come on today. He's going to break that down. Plus, he's going to also drop the fact that he's got his MLB package. And he's got this thing called, the NBA bubble package, which is pretty fair. So Paramount Sports, Lee Sterling at 2 o'clock. But we always get things started with the leadoff with my good friend Gabe Kuhn. But before we start, it's without you and my great sponsors that basically bring me here. There's one specific, MemphisFarmers.com, that I can always tell you very much that if you go there, you will always get the best coverage. You'll have the best person in the city in Chad Gatlin taking care of you. He's someone I respect. He's somebody I trust. He's somebody I truly, truly believe in. And if you go to memphisfarmers.com, you'll have the power of farmers, but you'll have the southern hospitality of a friend of mine in Chad Gatlin. So go to memphisfarmers.com or call him at 901-235-1176. That's 901-235-1176. Or check him out, memphisfarmers.com. But I'm in the box. Let's do the leadoff.
Big money, big money. Happy Friday to everyone out there. Let's get started. Jadeveon Clowney is still on the market. Now, I was watching NFL Live yesterday, and they brought John Robinson, obviously the Titans GM, on. And they asked about if he had been in contact with Jadeveon Clowney. And obviously they just signed Derrick Henry, just signed Ryan Tannehill to decent-sized contracts. But he said he left it at this. I may or may not have reached out to Jadeveon Clowney. Now, thoughts on Jadeveon Clowney to the Titans? Is it a good fit to you?
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? He plays college ball at South Carolina. Southern man, not far from home. Played in Texans, went out to Washington. Hasn't felt necessarily the love. And the Titans have almost felt like that organization that you go to, and if you play, you get that opportunity, you're beloved. Tannehill was done in Miami. Comes back, gets a whole new, new life. They have a good offensive line, a monster running back. What helps your defense? Honestly, less plays. Less plays. The fewer plays that you make, the faster that clock runs, the fewer times that you got to go and line up against this big, nasty left tackle who's beating you up all damn day, the better for you as the defensive end. And Jadeveon Clowney, because of Derrick Henry, the play-action pass, the efficiency with that offense, the way the clock ticks, and the way that the fact that there was only one defense that had fewer snaps than the Tennessee Titans did in 2019 would almost make it a perfect fit, in my opinion, for somebody like Jadeveon Clowney. But he's going to have to take a little bit of haircut, if you know what I'm saying.
He ain't getting a big contract.
He ain't getting
like
$20 million.
It's tough. It's tough because
a year. I'm sorry.
I think as a playmaker, he's worth a good amount, but
he
not what he
Myles
thinks he's
Garrett,
worth.
And you know what he thinks? That he's Myles Garrett.
He's not.
And he's not.
But I think him with Mike Vrabel coming off the edge.
That's exactly what I was.
I really like that fit. I really, really do. But again, yes, he's going to have to take
By the way,
a cut on what he wants right now.
What they have
and
available.
Not to mention,
they
hey,
have 17
know what they need
available. So if they offered here, this is the reason I bring this up is because he wants $20 million a year. Okay. If you look, and I went to Spot Rack before, and I looked to see how much the Titans had available. They're actually still 17 with signing Derrick Henry. I was shocked. They're still $17 million under the cap. I'm sure that you can finagle a signing bonus, a little money here later, give him $17 million per year, and convince Jadeveon Clowney this is the place for you. And I honestly think, like you said, you already mentioned Mike Vrabel. This dude knows defense. Where did he play? For the New England Patriots under who? Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time. Gabe Kuhn, can I ask you, honest to God, do you think if you had that $17 million in cap space, would you look to sign maybe like two pieces, or would you look to sign that superstar when you know you got your running back, you know you got your deadgum quarterback?
You're in the AFC Championship last year. The way I see it, look, you let two guys walk in the offseason. You let Jarrell Casey walk. You let Cameron Wake walk. And those are your two stalwarts on defensive line. So what you got to go do is find another guy that can replace what they meant to that defense. And I say, hey, Jadeveon Clowney may be that guy. If you can get him on a discount at this point, it seems like you can. Go do it. And I think the Titans would be a fantastic fit.
By the way, you know why the Titans let him walk? If you add up together, both of them would have had a $24 million cap hit. So, would you replace two with one?
I think so, yeah.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it, especially with what they did with the draft, who they've locked down. And again, Vrabel, I don't know, man.
And you seem to have Jeffrey Simmons coming back feeling good.
Feeling good. Jeffrey.
Second-year guy.
I don't know, man. I kind of like it, and I'm going to tell you something. I actually think it's the best thing that I've heard because all the other news from Jadeveon Clowney, I've shaken my head and said no. First time I've said, damn, this makes sense. But I had to go check the salary cap. The fact they got $17 million, I didn't think they'd have that after Derrick Henry signing and Ryan Tannehill. Go get him.
Now let's transition to some MLB, and I'm really curious what you think about this. A-Rod, obviously a wannabe owner for the Mets with J-Lo. He said yesterday he thinks the MLB should go to a salary cap system. Now, A-Rod benefited from the MLB not being on a cap. When he retired, he had the MLB record for career earnings, $480 million.
Correct.
The MLB Players Association head, Tony Clark, said, hey, he benefited more than anybody, but now he's on the other side. Seems like he's selling out. I want to know.
Thank you.
I want to know, is this a classic example of a sellout?
You know what? Sadly, this is so confusing and so difficult. It's too complicated almost to delve in just this amount of time. Should baseball have a salary cap? That is a question more actually for the players, the MLB Players Association. But the way I look at it, should it be structured more fair for the majority? Hell yes. Why should you have so many years of arbitration? Why do you have to have so many years of MLB service before you actually get your pay? And if you actually become a superstar, well, damn right you get paid like buku amounts of cash. You know what I mean? Like money that's, again, Alex Rodriguez is a half a billionaire because of baseball. No other reason. But there's a lot of dudes out there who were damn good ball players. You remember Mark Pryor for the Chicago Cubs? Hell of a pitcher. And then he tears up his elbow. But damn, he was awesome, wasn't he? He didn't make jack. Kerry Wood. He made more than you would think. But he got injured again. I don't know. In my opinion, I'm not saying a salary cap is the way. Maybe a salary cap. Okay, is he a sellout? Now that he's on the other side, he sure sounds like it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like, I'm going to own the team, so I want to put a cap. If he came out and said, no, I don't want to put a cap, but I want to lower the years of MLB service. I don't want you to have to play so many damn games before you can go to arbitration. If he says something like that, you know what? He's going to get support and love. You come out and say, oh, I'm going to put a cap. Look, Mike Trout, $400-some-odd million. Bryce Harper, $330, all guaranteed. They could literally walk out tomorrow, slip on a banana peel, break their damn neck, and guess what? Their family still gets paid, and they'll never play another game again. So what I mean is, if that guy who replaces Mike Trout, because damn, you know, hey, sorry, we're going to have to pay it for the next 10 years, center fielder, you know, like $45 million a year, and he can't play, so we can give you like $1 million a year. Just going to have to deal with it. I don't know, man. You're going to laugh when I say this. Golf, I actually love this structure because you go out there and it's how you perform, and how you perform is what you get paid. I know it's a team sport, but dude, we do have batting averages. We do have hits. We do have steals. We have this thing called WAR, wins above replacement. There's a way to tell actually your worth. And again, who has been the worst person in the world in all of sports who's used now analytics against their players? The reason Albert Pujols was the last real old dude to sign a contract, because they used to be like, hey, you were good for 15 years and never got paid, so now we're going to pay you. Those days are gone. Now they're like, hey, you're old, we ain't going to pay you. So finally, when you reach arbitration and you're supposed to get that fat check, what do you have? You have clubs balking, unless you're a freak like Garrett Cole. So I don't know. A-Rod, you came at it the wrong way. Sad thing is, I think actually a little J-Lo booty, a little Alex Rodriguez style, MLB needs to become a little younger. I actually think baseball needs them. But A-Rod, first thing you do, you come out and just try to piss off the Baseball Players Association. Did you do a line of yayo or stupid right before you talked to him?
See, that's where I'm at. He didn't say that he wanted structure. He said he wanted a salary cap. That's what he said.
And that
and
sounds
coming
like-
out of his mouth, that sounds really ridiculous considering when you retired, you were the MLB record holder in career earnings. That's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not saying what you said is completely wrong. Maybe they have to go to that sort of thought, right? Get a salary cap. But you came about it the wrong way.
And
now,
it's not necessarily what I was trying to say, a cap. I'm talking about if he was smart about it, he can say, there's no reason that we need to go, just give one dude $400 million while this other dude we're going to pay him $650,000. Do you know what I'm saying? They
and not to
play on
mention
the
when you
same
talk
damn
about
team.
and when you talk about him with the Mets, you talk about sort of the unevenness sometimes of being able to go sign free agents.
And by the way, he
I
also
understand.
wants $300 million. He wants you Mets. Hey, because we're J-Lo and A-Rod, and J-Lo's got a nice booty. We want you to take $300 million less, Mr. Will Fong. Doubt it.
Now,
Will Pond.
what was the
Will Ponds are
what was the
horrible.
big news of yesterday and today?
The Redskins, dude.
Yeah, Dan Snyder. Now Dan Snyder was not involved. But we will detail it more after the break and discuss with
Heck yeah, we
Alex.
will.
But between the name change,
By the way, just one quick thing. Fred Wilpon is just as bad, and I don't say this enough, is, in my opinion, James Dolan.
That's a take. Now, but between the name change with the Redskins, the minority owners selling, and now, for those that haven't seen, a sexual misconduct and harassment with 15 women involved, this is a ridiculous scandal. Do you think Dan Snyder's on the way out?
Don't know. I doubt it, actually. I think what you just saw is what Greg Gaston said at the very end. I'll talk more about it. Greg Gaston was talking about how journalism sucks. Basically.
I agree with that take.
I basically unequivocally agree with that take, and I'm going to bring you back, okay? First of all, the opening statement from the Redskins was just straight up BS. Washington has always been about Washington. Daniel Snyder's always been about money. You find out that 15 women have alleged sexual misconduct. The former Washington Redskins play-by-play, Mr. Larry Michaels, did you know that? Did you know he retired?
Yep.
16 years he's been there. He's gone. You hear about not Daniel Snyder. Oh, thank God Snyder didn't do it. Well, did you hear about the other people that might have actually partaked? And if you know what I'm saying, they said Bruce Allen and Daniel Snyder, they weren't the ones who did the sexual
It was,
misconduct,
pro
but it was
pers-
their inner circle.
Yep. Director of Pro Personnel, Alex
Yep.
Santos, and a former assistant director of Pro Personnel, Richard Mann, and, of course, the play-by-play announcer.
And I was getting ready to say, and the one who's left out of it, why? Because he retired? They did leave out. Did you notice how they left out Larry? Or
Yeah.
was he
well,
in your
no, he was
article?
in there.
Oh, he
and,
was in
and
your
I
article?
want to mention the three
Okay.
guys that we just mentioned all have departed the organization.
Yeah, they're
this
all
week.
gone.
This
And,
week.
and sadly, every one of those women were already gone before this week. Now, the last thing I want to bring up, and this is what I want to try to say to y'all, and then I'm going to get to Alex. It's going to be two shakes, and then we're going to talk about this. July 2nd, FedEx required the team to change its nickname. July 3rd, the franchise announced it's going to undergo a thorough review of its nickname. July 5th, there's a trio of minority owners who are looking to sell stakes in the team. Then on Monday, the team announces it's going to retire the nickname. Still hadn't so far done it that you know of, exactly know. And then we find out the whole truth is, again, the Kansas City Chiefs, Braves, Indians. Why do you think the Redskins were like, yeah, let's change our damn name? Because you literally tried to cover yourself in doing something good and positive because you were trying to cover up the fact that you have been, from 2016 till now, you have done 15 women have left and signed, what do you call those things? Oh, those agreements,
Non-disclosures.
15 women, non-disclosure agreements. Dude, go ahead, wrap yourself in this whole name thing. But you need to do me a favor, Dan Snyder, and go check yourself because you done wrecked your damn self.
Look at this shiny object. Don't
Yeah,
look at what we're actually doing.
Look at this. Don't look at how horrible we treat our employees and our women. It's just disgusting. But guess what? Alex Kuhn's going to come up. He's going to join us. We're going to talk more about everything. Hit us at 67129. This is Sports 56. Never forget MemphisFarmers.com. 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and CJ Hertz. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Introducing Peacock, the new free streaming service from NBC Universal. Free timeless hits, free award-winning flicks.
Phone home.
Free SVU, free SNL.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
Free Below Deck, free Parks and Rec.
Treat yourself.
It's the best of streaming, the best of TV, and best of all, it's free.
All right!
And that's why you can't not watch. Peacock. Stream now at peacocktv.com. These titles plus E.T. and Do the Right Thing streaming now. Content availability may vary over time.
Farmers Insurance knows that there's a not-so-subtle difference between the sound of a car hitting your rear bumper and the sound of a clown car hitting your rear bumper.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Sorry about that.
We call that a three-ring fender bender, and we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent.
They know a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at MemphisFarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Did you know Geico's now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies? That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? Your goldfish to sing Bizet's Carmen? There's never been a better time to switch to Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th. Limitations apply. Visit geico.com for details.
Don't miss Lowe's Just for Pros event, going on now. Check out Simpson Strong Tie, new at Lowe's. Also get big savings on other brands you trust, like Metabo HPT. Powerful brands, new services, and pro-grade deals, all at Lowe's Just for Pros event, now through July 24th. See why we're the new home for pros. Get your choice of a Metabo HPT 18-volt brushless cordless impact driver kit or hammer drill kit for $159. Was $239. Kit includes 2 batteries. Valid through 7/24. Selection varies by location.
At First Bank Mortgage, their core purpose is to help you get to a better place. That better place may be a lower monthly payment, that vacation you thought was impossible, or getting into a home with a fenced backyard where your kids can play. To get into your better place, First Bank Mortgage makes decisions right here at home. Dedicated to helping you get to your better place, First Bank Mortgage. Call Daniel Mooney at 901-462-0145 today. NMLS 741022. Equal housing lender.
We are Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM, 96.1 FM, and 87.7 FM. As well as online around the world at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere on your phone or tablet by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, tell Google or Alexa to play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned to Real Sports Talk. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Well, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Why? Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. This is Sports 56 Happy Hour with your very good friend Johnny Radio, Gabe Kuhn, and then also, yep, that's right, I got his brother up in the hizzy. Alex is in the house, Alex Kuhn. He joins us basically every Friday. Well, he usually joins us at 2. But we've been having these things called Fight in Abu Dhabi. And Lee Sterling is joining us at 2 o'clock. So Alex has been so kind to jump on with us a little bit early. Alex, how's life, my friend?
Not too bad, guys. How are you? I actually have the day off today. But
no way, dude.
What are you doing with your day
So
off?
did you already have a left-handed cigarette and tacos?
No. I'm gonna wait
and a margarita.
After our segment.
Wait until after the segment. Dude, I love you. You're so nice to us. By the way, I just wanted to ask you, what'd you get?
What's that?
What was your gift?
Oh yeah. That's a good point.
Come on! Why do you do this to me every
Still haven't
week?
gotten that
His birthday was 2 months ago.
And you still haven't got him a gift.
I got him. Look, he can say what he wants. I got him a gift.
Okay.
What do you mean, Nick? I can say what I want.
I got him a gift.
He got him a gift. He's saying, "Hey, look, they're brothers, and this is just how it is sometimes. It's hilarious." But no, Alex Kuhn, thank you so much, and Gabe, thank y'all so much. Y'all were hilarious last weekend. I hope y'all had fun. I know you got a little time off. I hope y'all got to enjoy a little bit of it. Didn't hurt each other or beat each other's brains in. Don't think any of that happened, right?
No, I think we were safe.
No, we're good.
Good. I mean, I didn't know. Alex might have been looking for his gift. Next thing you know, that's why he found out you were a little bit bruised up. But no. But everybody, in all honesty, I'm being dead serious. Follow Alex at AlexKoon523. And I was even laughing yesterday. I was like, Terry D is it's 515, right? Or is 523? See, I'm so good. I have Alex and Terry D, two of my guys. One's a 515. You're a 5.
He's so great that he mixed them up.
Yes. Hey, it's okay. I'm allowed to have misconnections. We
So
attribute
what's
that
the
to
leading
420.
story of the day? We got Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers breaking it off. Is that the lead story of the day? Should we start there? What do you think?
What?
You didn't hear about
What'd
this?
you just say?
Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers broke it off. You didn't hear about that?
Wait,
No.
I
Oh
did
my
not.
gosh, they broke it off, man.
Are y'all like? Hold on, time out.
We're gonna have to get to Hardwood.
This is
We'll
this
save
is
that
how
for
I have to
Hardwood.
find out?
By the way, can I just tell you something? I'm so proud of Aaron Rodgers because you know what I always called Danica Patrick? A poor woman's. Who's the girl with the mousy nose that was on TV back in the day? Who was the actress? She was an actress. She was kind of cute, not that cute, kinda. Dude, she was in Speed. Woman in Speed. Not like a
That's
drug.
Siri, man. That's Siri.
Dude, Sandra Bullock. Man.
Oh, Sandy Bullock.
Yeah, she's a poor woman. I said so. I was like, she's a poor. I said she's a poor woman, Sandra Bullock.
Except she's a race car driver.
Well, dude, she's a poor woman, Sandra Bullock. I mean, she's a woman. and
But yeah, they broke it off.
Like
They
Sandra
broke it
Bullock
off.
was hotter. But by the way, you don't even.
I think
know this
Aaron
story.
Rodgers is moving on.
No. Do you know that Danica Patrick, before he dated Aaron Rodgers, Danica Patrick used to date like some dude who was a race car.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse
in
Jr.
Olive Branch or whatever. Well, they had Ricky Stenhouse on, and Eli and Gabe didn't tell me anything, and they're like, "Hey, John, what were you saying about Danica Patrick?" Oh yeah, she's just a poor man's. She's a poor man's Sandra. It's a poor woman Sandra Bullock. Her boyfriend was on the damn line, dude. It's probably one of the greatest things.
Why would
ever.
they do that to you?
Dude, because they're funny.
That's
but
savage.
You got to admit that was hilarious. I don't know how we got so off the rails, but I love getting off the rails. But yes, Greg and Eli on Sports 56 Middays, they are awesome, but they got me big time with that one. Sorry, Aaron Rodgers and Danica Patrick, but y'all are probably better off without each other. Maybe does Aaron Rodgers, does his Madden level go up for like stop dating Danica Patrick?
I would say down, right?
I would think it would go up.
What rating would that be?
Like
Awareness?
now he's back to being a baller.
No, but what rating would that? Like, because they have a
his
bunch of
Madden
ratings.
Like he got rated below a 90. Now that he got rid of his his girlfriend and stuff, he can focus on football, hanging out with his team. I think his Madden rating should go up.
Oh.
Y'all think I'm wrong on this?
See,
one?
I was the one who did this. I did this to us, didn't I?
Sorry,
Alex,
yes,
by
you
bringing
did.
it up.
But I'm right on this one.
But I don't know what rating it would be. Awareness? Like, what would it be?
I don't know. I just feel like Aaron Rodgers.
Ball carrier vision?
Hey, no.
Aaron Rodgers
Stamina.
has so much experience.
Stamina.
Aaron-
He'll have more stamina.
Aaron Rodgers has so much experience with cutting people off and
Yes, that's
not
a good
having
point.
relationships that I don't think it'll phase him at this point.
Did it to his own family, didn't he?
Yes, he did. In fact,
That
we actually did a fight thing where we have
Yeah.
a Jordan Rodgers. So if they ever fight, me and Gabe are putting like a grand on Jordan Rodgers beating up Aaron. But anyway, I got to get to something very important. Today, I don't know if you know this, but yes, I've been a little bit upset about Washington and the way they've been handling things. You have the Kansas City Chiefs, you have Florida State Seminoles, you've got the Indians, but like Washington's like getting attacked. You have FedEx, a lot of people coming out. Then you have like a great report done where they go out and interview all kinds of people who actually live on tribes and Indian reservations. Find out they don't care that the Redskins. I looked up There were 7,500 different articles in the Smithsonian from 1739 to like 1800, blah, blah, blah. Yada. Anyway, not blah, 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 but what I'm saying is that stuff is real. And then you look at the timeline. July 2nd, FedEx is requesting the team change for the Washington Redskins. They say the franchise on July 3rd needs to announce it, or it's going to undergo a thorough review on like their future with the team. On July 5th, 2 of the minority owners are looking to sell stakes in the team. Now, on Monday, they announced it's going to be retiring its nickname. We still haven't heard anything about it. Then Thursday, you hear about this Washington Post report. It was finally published. Teams go out and hire attorneys. Everybody's reviewing all kinds of organizational protocol. Jay Gruden got thrown under the bus before like the truth actually came out. And then we find out that 15 women from 2016 to just last year in 2019 in December signed a non-disclosure. And see, I was just doing that about to mess up something with Sandra Bullock and Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend, but non-disclosure agreement. And they signed the non-disclosure agreement, and I feel like this whole thing was like Dan Snyder's attempt to try to wrap himself or FedEx, their sponsors, because they knew that this thing was coming down the pipeline. And maybe if we had everybody focusing on this over here, this, hey, we're changing the name of the team. Look, because Dan Snyder has been on TV. I will die before I change this name. You know, he's been very serious. You know, this honors, you know, the Native American, blah, blah, blah. And then you find out in the background that this sneaks out, and you're like, dude, that's the most dysfunctional franchise that I've seen that James Dolan isn't running. You know?
Yeah. Isn't it strange, Gabe? You guys have both talked about this, but dysfunction is very easy to see, but it's hard to prove. Like, are we all going to move forward being so cynical every time we see an organization run like the New York Knicks, or like things were with the Los Angeles Clippers under Donald Sterling? Like, you know that something is wrong.
Good point.
Because the organization is just a flat-out dumpster fire from top to bottom, and you know that something's wrong with the way it's run, but then you're just sort of sitting around waiting for the bombshell story. And I'll ask you both this question. Does any of this surprise you about Dan Snyder?
No, absolutely. And you look at, like, because you look at even the past year, obviously they fired Jay Gruden. The next day, Jay Gruden's got a woman that's not his wife on his lap smoking a blunt. You have they can't take care of Trent Williams' broken neck. They can't do anything. They're just dysfunctional all the way through. So something like this just absolutely doesn't surprise me. But the question becomes, with Daniel Snyder not actually being the one that was doing the sexual harassment, it was his inner circle, is he going to be held accountable and have to sell the team? That's the question we get to.
I think that this is like with a lot of things now, where we're starting to see these things not be tolerated, but are we going to ever get to a point where the people who are actually in charge are held accountable? Because
that's
this is
the
not
problem.
Just
We never have them held accountable. Alex, I don't.
It's always been the problem.
You and your brother are on fire right now. Gabe was exactly right on. And then what you said, that is the point. We do not hold, and I'm not going to get. I don't want to get political. Please don't. But I want to just think of Donald Sterling. What literally made him get rid of the Clippers. Realistically, his girlfriend letting all that stuff out. I mean, he had done all these horrible, vile things. You could have gone and got a Freedom of Information Act and seen he was a slumlord. You could have seen the things that he said. Doc Rivers had come out and said horrible, you know what I mean? But nobody paid attention. He paid everybody, the coaches, the lowest. You know, Donald Sterling was allowed to be Donald Sterling until. But we see powerful men with powerful money. They don't get necessarily held accountable. And do you know what Donald Sterling's punishment was? Do you?
He sold the team.
Having to sell the team for $3 billion or whatever the case was?
Yeah, and do you know what he bought it for?
I really don't want to know, but
$24 million.
Oh, my God.
Think about that. So what a punishment for poor Donald Sterling. He gets like, what, $2.8 billion profit, not a bad damn deal if you call, if you want to, like for him, he's probably like, yeah, call me a racist. I'll take my $2.25 billion and I'll just go over to wherever, like some island and peace.
Yeah, like Jeffrey Loria with the Miami Marlins. Think about a scheme like that. Now, I understand that there's not necessarily anything that had come out about him when he was the owner of the Marlins, but you buy a team, you jack up the books, you sign a bunch of players for. I'm trying to think of what year that was, where they hired Ozzie Guillen as their manager. They signed a bunch of really high priced contracts. They moved into that new ballpark in Little Havana, and halfway through the year they just tore everything down. Then he sold the team for, I think, like $2 billion more than what he bought it for to Derek Jeter, who then tears down the entire franchise to the stubs and puts them into what at best may be a 10-year rebuild.
Yep.
And who suffers in that situation? The fans. And that's what we're going through. That's been a problem where you see the people who are in power, who have the money, the power to get out of these things unscathed, and the people who really care about the team, or the people in the organization maybe a rung or two lower, are the ones that end up taking the fall. And is that ever going to change?
No, it's not. And you want to know why? And I hate to say this, and I don't want to be that person, but think about Bud Selig. And I love the fact that you took this to another to different sports. I can take it to politics. I can take it to every single sport. You can go to Bud Selig, who's the commissioner of baseball. Okay, is Bud Selig in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is.
He is. Is Barry Bonds? Is Roger Clemens? Is Mark bleeping McGuire? Sammy Sosa? Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa saved baseball, and they're not even considered. They are chastised because we always punish the people and never the powerful. It goes to the NCAA. Mark Emmert, he's the worst. Like, he's Donald Sterling on steroids. He's so bad at running the NCAA. But he pays himself out the frame, and he does nothing but what? He punishes the weak, and he punishes children. While Kansas has 5 level 1 violations, what the hell you think is going to happen? Nothing. But Memphis has got, Penny Hardaway 12 years ago, before he was ever a Tiger, paid James Wiseman. You can go look at politics. Everybody, I think, around Donald Trump got arrested, but he's still chilling like a villain. You can go and look at Daniel Snyder right now. For some reason, they're like, 15 women have come out with sexual allegations, but they always make sure they say Daniel Snyder was not one of them. It was just his inner circle. And then they talk about how the Larry Michael, the dude for 16 years who was the voice of the Redskins, he's gone and all this stuff. Listen, Daniel Snyder, Donald Sterling, the rich, all these people that are in these power positions, they're there, and they somehow, Bud Selig in baseball, like, people get punished. Mark Emmert in the NCAA. How many, like the University of Memphis had to take down its banner. I mean, there's just nobody ever punishes the perpetrator. We, for some reason, that's why there are people out there who are writing about injustice. Because even if you look in sports, we're supposed to be the ultimate meritocracy. It's the ultimate BS, and it's all about money.
Yeah, that's no lies detected. Like when you started talking about people who are in powerful positions with a lot of money and are kind of like increasing their profile, I couldn't help but think about Carol Baskin from Tiger King for a second. Sorry, I'm sorry I got sidetracked.
Another great point. That's a great point. And by the way, what did she just buy? And by the way, did you see?
She's got Joe Exotic Zoo, the GW.
Yeah, she bought Joe Exotic Zoo. That's right.
That's sad, man.
And that's just proof. Like, the world is nuts.
I am just, at this point, I see a lot of people on Twitter saying, oh, well, Daniel Snyder's not directly involved like Jerry Richardson was in his with the Panthers. That's why he had to sell the team. Daniel Snyder, at some point, when it's his inner circle doing this, he has to be held. He's complicit. He's complicit in the whole thing.
Where's Roger Goodell?
I hope he gets held accountable to some extent. I don't know if he'll have to sell the team or what have you, but it's he's complicit in this.
Gonna
and I
ask
don't care
y'all
what you
something weird.
say.
I'm gonna go something weird. I'm gonna ask y'all something on a smaller level because we talk about billionaires and their power, and I don't even want to talk about that. I'm gonna talk about just other people. Think about the anti-Semitism that has gone absolutely rampant in the last couple weeks, from Nick Cannon to then Dwayne Wade, like, yeah, we're with you. Deshaun Jackson, Steven Jackson, at least like Deshaun Jackson and Julian Edelman are talking to each other. You had, what's that dude, Chuck Woolery? I think he was a talk show host or whatever, and he was he was a corona, he said coronavirus is fake or whatever, and then his kid gets it. And by the way, I'm praying for his child. I hope he's healthy. But that's again, don't go out there and say something's fake, because then when your kid gets it, what the hell are you going to do? You know what I mean? Because now you're actually literally physically affected because that's your child. And Nick Cannon, he still realistically hasn't apologized. And he's been, fired from Wild 'N Out, and now he wants to get the Wild 'N Out name and all this stuff. And again, look, I'm proud of Deshaun Jackson trying to learn, but Steven Jackson, I think, has gone off the rails. I don't understand D. Wade, but again, I'm going to ask you, these billionaires never get held accountable. Do you even think these millionaires with power are going to be held accountable?
Well, I think that a lot of them are going to be, or have been, and are going to be made examples of. You mentioned Nick Cannon, and I thought that Deshaun Jackson and Steven Jackson were kind of made examples of a little bit as well, because with Steven Jackson, as Shannon Sharp put it very well on Fox Sports on his show Undisputed. Steven, you've been a powerful voice throughout all of this, and all of a sudden you have a spotlight on you. And I get it. You've never had that before, but you've got to realize that reacting on emotion is not going to get you anywhere, and doubling down on emotion on something that is wrong is also not going to get you anywhere. And picking fights that don't need to be picked is going to make it a lot easier for the people who are trying to discredit you. And there are already going to be people out there doing that because of how powerful he was after the death of his friend George Floyd, and how much he was kind of a uniting voice for people who didn't feel like their voices were being heard. But that was it just made it so much easier for people to discredit him, and it was so avoidable. It was so doubling down on something that's wrong is never the way to go.
Never the right way. Come out with love, something positive. There's all kinds of wonderful things that people can talk about. You can say things, anybody can come out and you want to talk about, helping people out or doing whatever. But when you come out there, and again, I don't know how to explain this any better except for maybe to say, if you're, I want to word this in a well way. If you're saying that because you were abused or you were mistreated through racism, that doesn't also give you a right, I guess is what I'm saying, to go abuse and be racist towards others. You should be thoughtful and at least understand the pain that caused you, that somebody didn't like you just because of either the way you looked or where you were from or your last name or whatever. That doesn't give you a license to hate somebody else, is basically what I'm saying. Just because you were hated does not give you a license, is what I'm trying to say.
And as Shannon Sharp put it, the Jewish community can be a huge ally in the cause, and you don't want to be making adversaries when it's so unnecessary.
Exactly. Alex, I could talk to you all damn day long. I'm going to be late. Your brother's probably going to beat the tar out of me. So if I got a black eye during the next break, you know why.
You'll be good. I got you, man.
Follow him at AlexCoon523. He's my good friend. You're off today?
I am.
No KGNY radio?
No, not today. We have the day off.
Enjoy it.
But I will. What'd you say? The
Left
taco
hand
and a
cigarette and 2 tacos, brother.
Maybe a margarita if you're feeling it.
cigarette.
Dude, I
They
have
had
a
a
margarita at 3 now because that's when I'm really feeling it.
All right, Alex.
Be blessed, my
All right,
friend.
guys.
Great talk always with Alex Kuhn. Give him a follow at Alex Kuhn 523. Don't forget my his brother at G_Kuhn71. That's his number from playing at the University of Memphis. We'll be back. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Hey, clones, you've heard me talk about Walmart delivery before, but now Walmart has the fastest delivery service yet. Walmart Express Delivery. Get groceries and more delivered from their door to yours with no contact delivery in 2 hours or less. Zero markups. Same low price as in-store. Don't let work, kids, an at-home workout, or whatever else life throws at you right now get in the way of getting what you need when you need it. Try Walmart Express Delivery today. Restrictions and fees do apply.
Here's something you never knew about credit scores. Most people have 97 points they can add to their credit score, but they don't know how to get them. I'm David, CEO of ScoreMaster.com, the new science that puts you in control of your credit score. Imagine the difference 20 or 30 or 70 plus points could make. Wouldn't you like to know how many points you can add to your credit score before you get a loan, buy a home, car, refrigerator, or even apply for that apartment? A better credit score means getting a better deal. It really works too. ScoreMaster shows you how many available points you can add with an easy plan to get them. Now get this, the average person is adding 61 plus points in 20 days or less. You heard that right. The average of actual ScoreMaster users is 61 plus points in 20 days or less. Go to ScoreMaster.com/radio and see how many points you can add to your credit score. That's ScoreMaster.com/radio, ScoreMaster.com/radio.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
These are tough times for everyone, so dealing with your timeshare may not be your biggest concern. But when this passes, do you still want a lifetime of payments, fees, and commitments for a timeshare you were misled into buying?
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshares and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have over 200 employees and have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. Give my office a call today. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare contract or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial now for your free information kit. 800-967-7711. That's 800-967-7711. 800-967-7711.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio.
Kick it over here.
This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
I'm your pusher man.
Yes, I am your pusher man. Welcome back into Sports 56 Happy Hour. You know me, Johnny Radio. You know Gabe Kuhn. Thanks to Alex Kuhn, his brother. We just had a great discussion on the Washington Redskins, their BS, billionaires, millionaires, always getting away with certain things, and just the lunacy of the world that we live in today. But Mark Emmert, we'll talk about him because he is a lunatic and a madman. But also I'm going to mention, hey, guess what? We have UFC Fight Island number 2, Abu Dhabi, baby. There's this dude. I don't even know how to say his last name. I'm going to try. But he's taking on another dude. It's going to be flyweight gold is the way we put this bad boy.
It's a dude taking on another dude.
Like that's
all
all
you need to know.
Hey, it's all you need to know. They both, by the way, have, what do you call it, cauliflower ears. Looks like missing teeth. They're definitely fighters. You know what I'm saying? Lee Sterling, by the way. Who knows fighters better than Lee? Not many people. Paramount Sports is coming up next. So we're going to give you all the fights from, yes, Abu Dhabi.
So, Joseph Benavidez.
That's how you say it?
Davison Figueiredo.
See, I didn't know.
Figueiredo.
See, Benavidez.
He's got the hard name. It's hard to pronounce that one.
Joseph wasn't the one that I was
Joseph
looking at.
Benavidez is easy to.
I was looking at that one. It was the second dude's name that I looked at, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to say it.
So I'm going to go ahead and give a little college football announcement for you Vol fans out there. Last Chance U-Star, Emmett Gooden. He was dismissed on Thursday after he was charged with felony aggravated domestic assault for hitting his girlfriend with a glass jar candle.
Not a good day.
Not a good day. So he's been dismissed from the program by Jeremy Pruitt.
Amen on that one. Amen on that one, and prayers to her. I hope she gets healthy and very soon. Washington is nasty, as we've always said. 15 women have basically don't work for the Redskins anymore because of horrible things where they say that former Washington employees had alleged sexual misconduct. 2016 to 19, 15 people signed non-disclosure agreements. It does say Daniel Snyder and my man Bruce were not involved, but it does say his inner circles. And yes, Larry Michael, the voice for 16 years, has retired. Don't forget Madden. We got Keenan Allen at 10. We got Michael Thomas at 1. We'll talk about that during Hardwood. But coming up next, Lee Sterling. We going to Abu Dhabi. Not really going, but we're going to talk about it. Fight Island. My buddy Lee from Paramount Sports. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Have you noticed your air conditioning system struggling to keep up this summer? It may just need a tune-up. Good news, it's super tune-up time at Conway Services. We'll come out and perform our exclusive 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system for only $69 with a free on-leak check. That's right, Conway Services exclusive 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up for only $69 with a free on-leak check. We'll remove years of dirt, grime, and leaves from your air conditioning system. It's like taking your air conditioner to a car wash, all for only $69. If you have an air conditioner that leaks Freon every year, with Conway Services Super Tune-Up, we'll include a free leak check. If that's not enough, we'll treat your unit with a special Teflon coating to help protect against the hot Memphis sun. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. And call this week, and we'll do your super tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Plasma donations are needed now more than ever, and you can make a difference during these unprecedented times. Plasma Biological Services is seeking healthy donors as well as those who have fully recovered from COVID-19. Your plasma may be used to help those still fighting the virus. If you have tested positive for COVID-19 and have fully recovered, please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifols.plasma.com. That's GRIFOLS plasma.com today to see how your plasma can help save others that are hospitalized with COVID-19 and if you are eligible to donate. All donors will be compensated for their time. Please call 866-END-CV19 or go to grifalsplasma.com.
Central Barbecue is committed to the health and safety of this community, who has supported Central for almost 20 years. Central Barbecue is still open for business with to-go and delivery options to serve the greater Memphis area with the same great barbecue you have come to know and love. With 4 locations to serve you, from downtown, midtown, and East Memphis, you can order your favorite barbecue and enjoy everything on the menu in the comfort of your own home. Call your nearest Central Barbecue location for more information on delivery and to-go options today.
As you get back to business, small things can make a big difference, like marking safe distances with floor tape and posting reminders to wash hands. As always, Grainger is here to help, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Free access to product specialists, 24/7 support, safety recovery guides, and more. It's part of our commitment to help you adapt and recover in these challenging times. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Welcome into Sports 56 Happy Hour. You know me, Johnny Radio. You know Gabe Kuhn. Follow us at Johnny_Radio and at G_Kuhn71. And then make sure you always check out my very good friend, because we're not literally going to Abu Dhabi. We're not going to actually, fight and stuff. But, dude, have you been to Paramount Sports lately? Honestly? If you haven't, that means you're probably working. Is that the wrong way to say it? That means you probably actually have a normal job, or you needed that normal job, but you've quit. Because if you go to Paramount Sports right now with Lee Sterling, it is ridiculous. My man at Paramount Sports has been knocking people out basically like, who's the dude who wrestled a bear in Russia?
Khabib.
See, I don't know much, and I hate bringing up Conor McGregor because he's retired again, so I don't want to do that, but that dude wrestled a bear, and Lee Sterling, he's wrestling bears for you, and he's doing nothing but giving you winners. And we got fights this weekend, and we're 6 days away from baseball. Oh, my goodness, 11 days away from National Football League training day. And guess what? The Bubble, they're going to start playing basketball on July 30th. Lee, how is things going over at Paramount Sports?
Good. I mean, I actually did lose Wednesday night. All transparency there. We went 2-3 on the fights, but we had won 6 UFC cards before that, and had a real good card on Saturday night. So
yeah, I was going to say I played Saturday. I actually didn't even know there was a fight on Wednesday, just to show you where I'm at.
I had some clients who forgot about it also. So in this case, it was a good thing. Everyone's. They're clocks. Everyone's, sometimes you don't know what day it is. I know you're working Monday through Friday, and I'm studying, and there's so many fights, so I'm kind of back into a groove. But there's some days I woke up yesterday, and I wasn't sure what day it was. I'm like, okay, is it Thursday or Friday? And then after 15, 20 seconds, kind of figured it out and started getting going. But
it's happening with a lot of people. Half hour of your show and call it Hump Day on Tuesday.
Oh,
I did that.
Well, what is interesting, you were talking about fighting bears. One of the fighters that we're going to back on Saturday night is called the Polar Bear. So,
ooh, I like this.
Yeah. So, it's only the second card, and it was meant to be the first fight, but they added another fight late. So, we're going to actually back. As one of our selections, Sergey Spivak, the Polar Bear.
Sergey Spivak, the Polar Bear.
Yeah. He fought he has 3 fights in the UFC. One was to Walt Harris, who's a contender, another guy to Tybura, another good fighter, but who won last week. But he's fighting a guy, check this out, named Carlos Felipe, who's 8-0.
Whoa.
The only 2 times that when he won, he was taken to more than one round, taken to the distance to 3 rounds, were against guys that were 9-6 and 7-2. And sometimes when you see like a 9-6 record on some of these local cards, who knows? You know, they could be in Stillwater, Oklahoma, could be in Tidewater, Texas. They generally are not good fighters. But of his 8 wins, 5 were against fighters that had never won a fight. 0-1, 0-1, 0-5, 0-3, and 0-2.
And that's who our Polar Bear's fighting, correct?
Yeah. So we're going to take the Polar Bear. Sergey Spivak now starts early. So I think it starts at 5 o'clock your time is the first fight. So probably going to start 5:30, 5:40 your time. So you gotta be on this. You can't wait until, you know, like 7, 8 o'clock and then try to find the, you know, when you go to your site offshore or local, you're trying to find it. It's already gone off. So you gotta. That's one of the most important things when you're betting these fights is you got to know when the fight's probably going to start. So that's one of the fights that we do like. Another one we're going to take Jack Hermansson. Jack Hermansson is nicknamed the Joker, fighting Kevin Gastelum. Kevin Gastelum has some problems here. Hadn't fought in like 3 years. Went 3 years without fighting. I mean, all kinds of things. Didn't make weight a couple times. Tested positive for steroids.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He's on the main
good.
card, by the way. I want people also to remember one thing. A lot of people don't realize that there's a preliminary card. There's the main card. The times are different, and that's one thing that last week, like a guy texted me, he's like, man, I didn't see that fight even on the card. Look also not just the main card. Look at the preliminary card, too,
right,
please.
There's 12, 13 fights a lot of times. So we're looking for the best value, and just think that Jack Hermansson, just one of these guys that does everything well. Gaston might have the more knockout power, but he's got a 6-reach disadvantage here, and that's pretty tough to overcome. And Hermansson's, I mean, except for his last fight, has really fought well. He lost his last fight. Sometimes it's just a matchup, so we like that one. And then in the title fight for the flyweight title, we're going to go with Figueiredo.
Woo!
Yeah, and here's why. He did win the first fight for the flyweight title.
Uh-huh.
Love the nickname. He is Deus de Guerra. He's the God of War. Got a lot of, like a guy with nicknamed the God of War.
Yes, me too.
Fighting Joseph Benavidez, guy 35. Just think that he's on the downside. Just think he's one of these guys. He's already fought twice for the title. Some people say 3rd time's the charm. I don't think so. I think he's on the downside, and think that Figueiredo is going to take him there. So
and that's basically, and if I'm correct, did you just give us the basically main, like, isn't that the main event?
Top 2 fights.
Oh, I love that. And plus, by the way, again, on the preliminary card, and by the way, he also gave you, don't forget I think you gave the co-main event too, because I think you gave both of them.
Right.
But you got, I love the fact that what you said about Jose, but I don't even know how to say the God of War. But the fact that I'm just going to call him the God of War, and
just call him the God of War.
I'm putting my money on him.
They get it translates to God of War.
Oh, it's just I think he's going to beat up Joseph big time, like nobody's business. I'm with you on that one.
Right.
But I love the fact that I get to start things off early on the preliminary card.
Right.
I want to see a guy named the Polar Bear, and the fact that you see him at 10-2, and the fact that he's fighting a guy who's 8-0. But again, that's why you go to Paramount Sports, because he does his homework. I'm talking about you, Lee Sterling. That's why you go to ParamountSports.com. That's why you give him a call at 800-400-9741, because if you want to get winners, he's got winners, and he's got a larger card than this. Plus, by the way, I do know this. You've got the annual Fight Club Pass that's going down, and I know with basketball and the NBA season starting up, and I know you have to also be thinking about baseball. So, do you want to tell any of the people that maybe what's coming down the pipeline?
Well, we're hoping everything works out. Basketball is available now. It's starting less than 2 weeks. We got
July 30th, baby.
Yeah. So we got 13 days till that starts, and
6 days for baseball.
They'll be having some games starting sometimes at noon Eastern time.
I know, that's so cool.
Yeah, so
cool,
we're going to have big time. And I think both are a barometer, that in baseball. if that and baseball go well, I think then we got a shot of maybe getting college football in. I think the NFL is going to be able to play.
I do too. I really
do.
They're professionals. There's so much money.
There's
it seems
too
like
much money behind it.
Yeah, they're doing
Can
the right
you imagine
thing.
the ratings they're going to have if it's just the NFL?
You know how nasty the ratings already are?
Yeah.
Dude, they're going to be so sick. Like, nobody, like 2020, you're going to be like for these owners who are complaining about, or anybody complaining about, like, lost revenue in the stadium, everybody and their grandmother will be tuned in. I'm watching old games. I was watching bowling the other day on one television. Like, I am bored. Like, I can't watch any more history.
You were really desperate.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I can't watch anything. I've watched every old game that I used to like. I've watched the Manning, the Book of Manning 3 times in just the last month. I've seen the docuseries with Michael Jordan twice. I mean, I'm dying for some sports. So,
I think I'm going to watch a movie tonight. I think I'm going to watch Greyhound.
Really?
With Tom Hanks.
I haven't heard about that. What's that about?
Oh, it came out last week on. I'm trying to think which one. It came out on one of the.
Hanks.
I don't know if it was Amazon Prime or one of those.
Or Netflix, whatever. I got them all.
Yeah. Okay.
You push the button, I'm good.
Tom Hanks. I mean, how can that?
Dude, how can that be? Yeah. Greyhound, Tom Hanks sounds good to me. Plus, I like to gamble on Greyhounds across the park.
It's a story. It's not a story of Greyhounds. It's on actually Apple TV. It's a story of it's a World War II Navy scene. So.
Well, I do like betting on Greyhounds. I'm just going to say. But don't forget, everybody, the polar bear. Joseph is going down. The God of War is taking on. And what was the other fight that you picked?
Yeah, we're going with Jack Hermanson.
Okay, that's what I had to write down. Jack.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we're going with Figueiredo in the God of War in the main event.
I love that. I love
All
that.
right.
And, hey, Lee, do me a favor, man.
Yep.
Tell anybody else anything else you have to, but make sure you
That's
take care.
That's it. Basketball's up and available. Starts in 13 days. ParamountSports.com, or buy the fights every fight night, either 5 for $55 or 7 for $77 on the website, and it's an instant download once they purchase it.
Hey, be safe down there in Florida. Keep kicking tail when it comes to picking all these games. And I hope you and your daughter are doing extremely well, Lee. I appreciate you, my brother.
You too, buddy. Stay safe.
Stay safe. That's my good friend Lee Sterling. Check him out at Paramount Sports. Again, 800-400-9741. That's 800-400-9741. Why do you call him? Serious, a heart attack. He admitted it to you. He lost on Wednesday, but Saturday he won. He won for us, the Saturday before that? Gabe, he's been picking the fights like it's going out of style. I love my buddy Lee Sterling, so make sure you check him out. Now, I also have to tell you, this is very, very important, like very importante. Brian Elder Roofing Solutions. Why is it important? What's the most expensive thing you've ever bought? It's got to be your home or your business. If it's your house, all you have to do is call 867-0303. That's 867-0303. That's 867-0303. Why? Brian Elder Roofing Solutions. Nobody's better. Chris Price hooked up with my friend Brian Elder, and I'm also great friends with Chris. I've known him forever. They have made the best roofing like you can ever have. If you've ever had water damage, it's a nightmare. Before you call anybody, if you think you have roofing needs or issues, heck, if they just need a repair and not a new roof, they'll have that done in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Call 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. 867-0303. Those are my friends. That's BrianElderRoofing.com. Check them out. I promise you, you will be so glad that you did. Send them over to my father. He's been extremely grateful. They are the best in the business. Now, I also need to tell you all a few things that are going down in this world. We just talked about fights. My man has been probably one of the best that there has ever been, and I'm talking about my man Lee Sterling. He's been picking fights that are going out of style. Do you like the fact that he picked the polar bear? And I'm going to ask you a very weird question, Gabe Kuhn, because the main event he picked, like the main card, the God of War against Joseph. He also took, the middleweight. That one, I don't know, I just didn't feel it in his voice. Like, he talked about, what was it, Kelvin Gastelum?
Gastelum.
I almost feel like I know him. But, dude, the preliminary card, the way he talked about the polar bear, I'm kind of pumped on the polar bear.
I'm telling you, Lee has been I know he said he lost on Wednesday, I believe, but he has been absolutely on fire. And I've been taking some of his picks, been winning. It's been a good job so far for him. And I don't know much about the polar bear, but I will take his advice. Looks like he has the weight advantage by quite a bit and the reach advantage, and they're both about the same age. Talking about a guy that's 260 versus a guy who's 245. They both have pretty good records. But you have to get to that one early. Like
Dude,
you said. You have to
like
get to that
said,
one real. That's the
5
first
o'clock
fight.
Central
First
time,
fight.
5 o'clock Central Time. So, the beginning of the day is going to happen. This is going down. By the way, though, we also have to tell you Madden has come out. They dropped their top 10. You have Keenan Allen, 91. Can you believe Keenan Allen is 91 in number 10? I'm going to ask Gabe Kuhn a couple questions really quick because this Madden thing has gotten people out there just talking crazy. I had Russell Copeland. We've had all kinds of people come in here and talk wide receivers. He did not have Michael Thomas, number 1. He did not have DeAndre Hopkins, number 2. He had Julio Jones. He had Hill up there. He had other ballers. In fact, I got his stuff, and I'll give you that stuff here in just a minute. But what I wanted to tell you right now, though, and this is very, very important, I'm going to ask Gabe Kuhn this. Oh, Gabe's on the phone. Just put him on hold real quick. So, Gabe, my question is, Keenan Allen's a 91. Who's going to throw him the damn football in San Diego?
Tyrod, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay. So is it going to be Tyrod?
Tyrod's
Taylor,
throwing
or?
that thing. What do you think?
Right.
What do you think we're going to get the rookie in there?
I don't know, dude.
Justin Herbert, or as you call him, A-Bear.
Justin A-Bear.
I think he needs at least a year or two to sit behind somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but Keenan Allen is one of those guys who, regardless of who throws to him,
he's always open as long as he's
great.
healthy.
Like, he's one of the best route runners in the league.
Are you shocked that OBJ was ranked 9th with the 91, same as Keenan Allen?
After last year,
no,
kind of, but not really, because he is really talented.
Mike
you just
Evans.
need Baker though.
Mike Evans, why is he only at 91 with Tom Brady?
That's a great question. He had Jameis.
Dude,
Jameis was slinging that thing around the yard.
And he did good last year. And then, by the way, Chris Godwin's not even on this list.
Of course he's not. Of course he's not.
They have Stephon Diggs at 92.
See,
do you know he went to Buffalo? Do you know who's throwing in the ball now? That dude, he wants to be Cam Newton, Mr. Josh Allen? Are you joking? Look, I'm sorry. I think Diggs is
I have a question. I have a question here.
All right.
Josh Allen take a big step back this year, huge step back. What do you think? I think he takes them back. I don't even know if they make the playoffs, even in extended playoffs. I don't know if they're going to make it.
This team is I want to remind everybody, I'm about to bring in Rob Brown, who's going to join us every Saturday right here every morning. He's got one of the best college football roundtables ever, so we'll finish up this conversation in a minute. But I'm going to tell you again, who are we just talking about? I lost my brain.
We were talking about Josh Allen.
Oh, Josh Allen. Okay. I want to ask you something. Stephon Diggs can run a vertical route. Josh Allen can throw the damn ball deep. So maybe that's going to help in one aspect. But when you say take a step back, this team, did you know that they have more returning offensive and defensive players than any other team?
Anybody else?
87%, including their special teams. If you just do their defense and their offense, they're returning 91%. Plus their coaching staff, they're all intact. Nobody is bringing back more continuity than the Buffalo Bills. The problem is they did add Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen, he might be able to throw it deep, but not if he's always running the ball like he's damn Cam Newton. I'm sorry. Josh Allen, huge step back. Cam Newton becomes Cam Newton. Let's ask Rob Brown what he thinks, because you know what? He does nothing but sit around here and talk football all day long, all day strong on Saturdays. What's up, Rob?
Hey, guys. It's great being on here. And I think Cam Newton's going to have a lot of fun up there in New England. Bill Belichick's the perfect kind of coach for him because he is a structured, disciplined guy, and he likes to win. And Cam will make people better. And he needs a coach like Belichick. This is the best thing that could have happened to Cam Newton.
I am so with you. I think they win this league. The AFC East is going to be another great year. I was joking around yesterday. I was talking with Russell Copeland, and I was asking him, who has more to prove, really? Is it Tom Brady or is it Cam Newton? And who's going to have the better year? And he basically said that, He thinks both guys are going to have pretty good years, but he doesn't know necessarily if the Bucs are going to be able to beat, the Saints or even the Falcons. But, dude, who's going to win the AFC East? It's Bill Belichick and the Patriots. So by the end of the year, Cam's going to still have a hell of a year.
Belichick's the only guy in the NFL that's able to do what the college coaches do. In spite of incredible success, 6 Super Bowl wins in the last 20 years, he's able to go out and get these undervalued players, get them cheap, and then when they get up to mega contract size, he gets rid of a lot of them. He keeps a handful of them, like Brady was there 20 years. But he's brilliant. He's the one who invented the process, and there's no accident that Nick Saban is his best student. And look at the success he's had in college.
Now, speaking of college, if you want to get ready for college football from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we have Sidelines, my buddy Rob Brown. And by the way, when I say you do basically a round table, I mean, heck, you're going to probably have Tommy Tuberville weighing in on congratulations. He did win the Senate campaign, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, he put a curb stomping on Jeff Sessions.
I thought
67 to 33%.
Woo!
And we're going to have Tommy Tuberville on today. Tomorrow morning, we've got David Pascal of the Chattanooga Times.
Oh, I love David. Yep.
And great writer, and great just does a show of his own over in Chattanooga. Lookout Mountain.
Press
Native.
row, and that press row thing he does, yeah.
You know it. That's
right.
I know
and
David. We're going to be talking with him about SEC college football. We'll talk Memphis tomorrow. Glenn Rogers will hopefully be able to be on with us today and tomorrow talking football. Hopefully Pete Cordelli will make it as well. We do also have Harold Grader from the Liberty Bowl is going to be on with us.
Ooh, about, nice.
Hey, man, put your pedal to the metal. Ran into Harold last night up in Kroger, and I recognized him even with a mask on, But we're going to be talking about college football. And, hey, and then Jimmy Hodge will be on from Chicago, Billy Roberts in Atlanta, and Frank Duffy in Atlanta. We will have the round table rolling. I'm going to tell you one thing. It's a lot of fun because I make sure and always interject Memphis into these discussions.
Yes, you
with
do.
all my SEC counterparts.
Yes, you do.
I was talking to Gabe off the air. I ran into Donald Pennington. I met him last week up at the Y working out.
My guy Juice.
From Meet, Louisiana. You can just look at a guy and tell they're a Division I football player. But I'm telling you, you listeners, if you hadn't met Gabe Kuhn, he's about 6'5", 290. He ain't got fat on him.
No, he doesn't.
Man, he doubles his Bigfoot on Sundays.
Hold on, can I tell you something funny real quick? And this is just a side story. Like one day, because I was making fun of his generation versus like our generation. I was, when I was
saying we didn't like to fight.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
And I was like, when I was a kid, we fought all the time. And he's like, how many fights you been? And I was like, man, at least 110. And then he was like, you want to be in 111 during the break? And I was like, hell no.
Hey, you know what, Gabe? I'm gonna tell you, there's more of these guys that have come in with Fuente and Norvell's recruits for sticking around Memphis, and it's great, man. And look, Memphis fans, I love talking Memphis, SEC college football. We're going to have a season, and I'm going to tell you one thing.
Yes, we are.
58-22 the last 6 years for the Memphis Tigers, expecting 9-10 wins a year. The AAC is the best of the Group of Five conferences, no doubt. They've had the New Year's Six Bowl 3 years in a row. A team from the AAC has. That is the premier conference. It's just getting better and better. I like Mike Orasco. He expects to play a full 12-game schedule. So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow as well. Johnny, the Rocket Man Radio, man. I love this stuff because, you know what? Think about life without football and then think about life with football. It's a lot more fun.
It's a lot more fun with it. And the other thing is I have a lot of energy. You have a lot of energy. You like getting things done. The round table, I listen every day from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Saturdays. I absolutely love it. Heck, I might even bother you if there's an open line, as many people as you have on.
Johnny, it's nice. Listen, as good as you are to me, you text me and I will bring you in. Okay?
Man, you're such a class act. You're such a class act.
And Gabe, too, look, I love going, this is the thing. You look at guys like Gabe Kuhn from up in the St. Louis schools, around there. Was it St. Matthews, Gabe?
Lafayette.
Lafayette. But I'm sorry, you look around, though, at the recruits that Memphis is bringing in here. They're bringing them in from some really good programs. Memphis has always recruited well in the state of Alabama. Some years they've had 25 or 30% of the players from Alabama. And now they're getting them from, Missouri, Texas, all over. Antonio Gibson, right outside of Atlanta. I mean, this guy, if he'd look, the AAC doesn't get the respect that it deserves. It has earned it. You got Central Florida, you got Memphis, you got Temple. Look, this is really good football. And when you listen to someone like Gabe Kuhn talk, or talking to Donald Pennington the other day, it's just unreal. These guys are coming from the same programs that a lot of the SEC and Big Ten players are coming from. Don't sleep on the American Athletic Conference. Gabe, I'd love to get you on my show as well to talk about it, because that's really good football. And if Gabe, you played it, and Johnny, I know this is your show, but look, we're going to be talking about it tomorrow. Sidelines in the morning, 8 to 10, and look, the college football party goes on year round. We're going to keep it going. But, man, I just love what's happening.
You do me one favor, though. You got to do me one favor, because I got to say goodbye, but I got to tell you something. I can't wait to tune in tomorrow. But you remind those SEC friends of yours that in the last 5 years, there's only 2 schools who've had more running backs taken higher or more running backs than the University of Memphis. Think about that. Memphis is basically becoming running back you always think about people like Anthony Miller and stuff about that. You got Kenneth Gainwell coming back. So you think about the SEC, people know Leonard Fournette, people look at Derrick Henry. But, bro, the University of Memphis, if you're a running back, they are producing them and they are putting them in the National Football League.
Because I got linemen like Gabe Kuhn. That's why.
That's right.
That's
right, Rob.
Hey, make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's my buddy Rob Brown. Hey, have a blessed one, okay, my brother?
You bet. Thanks. See y'all in the morning.
See you in the morning, brother. That's my good friend. Make sure you tune in 8 to 10, Sidelines right here. They have the best college football talk. I'm telling you, Sidelines, real deal, Holyfield, just like this. Sports 56, 96.1. Never forget, MemphisFarmers.com, 87.7 FM.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 middays, delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 to 1 on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between, in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
Glad to announce the Rendezvous open for business 11A to 8P Tuesday through Saturday. World famous Rendezvous up and running. If you need some barbecue nachos, brisket, ribs, maybe a cheese and sausage plate, the Rendezvous back and open for dine-in, carry out, and curbside. While not much changes in the alley basement, you will see a few small differences and additions. For now, open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. And they have desserts. Think key lime pie tarts, chocolate chess pie tarts. Spend some time downtown and visit our friends at the Rendezvous in the alley in downtown Memphis since 1948. All of the Vergas family thanks Memphis and the Mid-South so very much for your support during these times, and they're there for you, as always, in the alley in downtown Memphis. Mr. Charlie Vergos and family's famous restaurant, The Rendezvous.
Blood and plasma donations are more important than ever. People all around the world still depend on the medicine your plasma helps make. That's why Interstate Blood Bank and Plasma Biological Services are open and will remain open for our donors. The United States government has declared blood and plasma donation as a critical infrastructure industry. That means healthy donors are allowed to travel to and from donation centers regardless of any stay-at-home mandates in your area. We need you to keep donating so that we can continue to manufacture these life-saving medicines. We understand that you may be concerned about COVID-19. The health and safety of our donors and our employees remain a top priority. To limit the spread of the virus, we're taking additional measures to ensure our centers are safe and clean. Donating now is more important than ever, but please do not come to the center to donate if you are not feeling well or have a sore throat, fever, cough, or shortness of breath. We are doing our part so that you can do yours. Come donate today at one of our IBBI or PBS locations across the Memphis area.
Got something you want to get off your chest?
You better have a backup plan.
Want to join the conversation?
Someone needs to tell him he has to grow up.
Join us on the First Bank phone lines at 360-8255 or the First Bank text line at 67129. Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Gold and shackles, ball and chain. Listen to the whistle of the evening train.
Listen to the whistle of the evening train. You know how like some days you wake up, you're feeling good, life is great. It's a Friday. You're like, it's Sports 56 Happy Hour. Johnny Radio's in the house. Gabe Kuhn's back. Life is great. I had a Braves fan text me, can you believe we got Yasiel Puig, yo? Oh my God, I'm so excited. Well, you're going to punch me in the nose after I tell you this story in Hardwood. Plus, I got some other crazy stories. We're 6 days away. 6 days away from MLB baseball. Believe it or not, only 6 more positive tests out of pro baseball. But Braves fans, just start crying. Just go ahead and start crying. It is crazy. Now, head coach Ron Rivera, I'm going to talk about him. I love how he used this. I wouldn't want my daughter to work here. Well, no offense, but just I don't know. Call me the most obvious thing. Like call that the Booger McFarland quote of the day. Because you know how like they're like, hey, Booger, what do you see on the field? And he's like, well, I think it's third down, Bob. You know.
Well, I know if you snap the ball, it starts the play.
It starts to play. Like, dude, what Coach Ron Rivera says, the culture around here is toxic. I wouldn't let my daughters work here. That's about the comment of the day. But before I get into my favorite segment of the day, and that is Hardwood, where I just like to laugh, have fun, you can hit me up at 67129. Gabe, I hope you have a story because, man, you killed me with the motorboat story. At least that's what I call it. But if anybody remembers, that was a great one. Missed it on Monday. I don't want to miss one of his good ones, but I got a few good ones today. But before I get to them, I want to remind you of something. Any house, any area, as is, literally as simple as that. What am I talking about? Everybody and their grandmother, the house is the most important thing that you buy, right? It's also the most important thing that you don't lose. And it's also the most important thing that if you're trying to buy a new house, you usually have to sell that house so you can put a down payment or pay off your new house or however life is treating you or whatever's going on. So let me make it simple. Right now, a real estate agent, do you know what they're doing? They're taking like 4, 6%, depending. Most of them take 5 or 6%. That's a lot of money. By the way, do you know what else they're doing? They're probably sitting around just, hey, I'm not saying this. I just know a couple of real estate. Usually what they're doing, they're looking online, smoking a little weed, answering the phone. Just being honest. Hey, the only one I know anyway. He's going to beat me, by the way. But let me tell you something. There's one man who's not sitting around doing nothing. He's waiting for your phone call, and he's answering that phone call, and then he drives right over to you, and guess what he does? He closes in 5 days. Not a joke, not a gimmick, a guarantee. Any house, any area, as is, as simple as that. That's right. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. I swear to you, bing, bang, boom, I literally just sold your house. If it's been on the market for 3 months, why? If the bank is going to foreclose on you in 2 weeks, guess what? They're not anymore. 901-406-1101. You can strut in the bank. Yo, what's up? I got that payment. 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses. By the way, right now with COVID going on, how many people are paying rent? I know a lot of people aren't paying rent. They're like, oh, I'm kind of struggling. If you're sick and tired of renters 901-406-1101. You call my buddy Bill at I Buy Houses, he'll buy them all. I promise you that. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
Now, go ahead, Gabe.
Can I start with
Actually, you can start.
Danica and Aaron?
Oh, you mean poor Sandra
Poor
Bullock?
Sandy Bullock for you, apparently.
Yeah.
So they
Dude, does she not look like Sandra Bullock?
She kind of does. She kind of does.
I think I was pretty on that one.
Yeah, she's in a lot more movies than the one you mentioned, though.
Well, dude,
Speed.
I can't think of another movies that she's
The
in.
Blind Side.
Wait, she was in The Blind Side?
Yeah, yes.
I saw that movie.
That's a more recent one.
She actually played.
She was Michael. She was.
She played
Michael Orr's mother. Yes.
Whoa.
But anyways.
Okay.
Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers are done after 2 years.
Like Sean Tuohy's wife.
Now yes.
Never mind. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. The reason I bring this up, because we already talked about it, and I brought it up with Alex, and we got off on a tangent. You brought up Sandra Bullock, because that's just where your mind goes, apparently. But Aaron may have moved on really quick. I think he already has a girlfriend, dude.
Well,
here's the speculation. Do you think it's because he moved on? Like, do you think they broke up because you think there was some unfaithfulness going on? Because he's with Shailene Woodley. She's 28. She's an actress. And have you ever seen the movie Divergent?
No.
That's apparently what she's known for. I've never seen the movie.
What
but
is
apparently
Divergent?
she's a 28-year-old
Sandra
actress.
Bullock?
No, Shailene Woodley.
I don't know.
Shailene Woodley. This is his new girl, apparently.
So his new girl
He has moved on. He's got a new boo.
Now, can I be honest with you? And I'm not trying to be mean, but do you know why he did this, don't you?
Why?
Because they went and got they went and bought in that new rookie guy, and he's feeling like, I can't believe they didn't give me a wide receiver.
He needs an injection of youth?
Dude,
is that what you're trying to tell me?
He needs an injection of a little youth. He's feeling...
So you talked about his stamina earlier, right?
Dude, yes.
You think it'll be up or down?
I think it's going to be absolutely through the roof, because the harder you work out, the better your heart is. And I'm just sorry. I just can't see you working out a whole lot with an older Danica Patrick or a poor man Sandra Bullock. I just have a feeling this new girl's going to do great. Now, you're telling me that Sandra Bullock played Leanne Toohey?
Yes.
And Tim McGraw played Sean?
Yes. That's what I'm telling you. How did you not know this? You've seen the movie, you said.
I think I saw the movie. I don't know if I sat down and watched the whole damn thing. Like, I know the movie.
All right, and also, I'm going to just pull this up just so we're clear. Like, you brought up Speed, right? That was the movie?
Not doing Speed.
Okay, no, but you brought up that one, right?
Yes, that's the only one I can think of.
Let's see how many she's in. Let's think about it. Okay, The Proposal. Okay, Speed, Miss Congeniality, Gravity, Bird Box. Oh, she was the mom in Bird Box. You remember the Bird Box challenge where you tie your... You don't remember that? Where you you have a blindfold on?
Hold on. The chick that went down the river?
Yes, that's her.
The kids?
That was her.
Yes, I did actually see
Okay,
that.
Ocean's 8.
By the way, can I just say...
The Heat.
I want that 2 hours of my life back.
Did you not like it?
I hated that movie. I can't believe
it was kind of creepy, though.
It was
wasn't
very creepy, but after a while, I was like,
and then,
can I get up?
How dumb is, like, our society? Because, like, we had the Bird Box challenge where you do everyday activities with a blindfold on, and people were, like, driving with blindfolds on.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That was the challenge, yeah.
No offense, I hate to say this. My kids in my generations, we just got drunk at bonfires, okay? Smoked a little herb. We weren't driving around with folds, and we weren't TikToking.
TikToking, is that what you call it?
Whatever y'all do. Yeah, dude.
I don't say y'all. I'm not in the TikTok generation. The new generation is
You are
Look,
there.
And
You're just more mature than most any
There's
person I've
older
ever
folks
met.
on TikTok. And not to mention, didn't you say Honey has a TikTok?
My girlfriend
She doesn't post.
No, thank
She
God.
posts?
No. If she posts, I'm
She
going
should post
to cry.
She should post your dogs.
Actually, she almost did one day, and actually would have been kind of cute. But I told her don't start.
She should start Is she the one? Is she like the Instagram for your dogs type
She
of
did
person?
do that. Yes. Yeah, my
Can I
dogs
follow
are-
it right now?
Probably.
I'm going to pull up Instagram.
You know
what would it be called? What would it be called?
I have no idea. Their dogs are called
Freddie
Freddie
and
and Penny.
Freddie and Penny,
I can send
okay.
you a picture of what they look like.
Let's see. I know what they look like.
I do know that I think it's under Honey Pox for some reason. Like, she did a different name, HUNNYPOX. Try that.
Oh, so that's very. That's very. Oh, yep. She's on here.
That's the one. Yep.
She's on here. 7 followers, 0 posts, 0 following.
Yeah,
she doesn't use it very much.
She has a dog one then too. It's a different one. That one's in, I guess, to check.
Penny
her
and
dogs.
Freddie. Penny and Freddie. Let's see.
Yeah, look for Penny and Freddie, and then you'll find out.
Penny Freddie.
We're so dumb. We are so dumb. While you're doing that, can I just tell everybody this, which is very important? James Harden, by the way, my kinfolk. Did y'all realize that he's back? He's inside the bubble, and we already knew that. But he's not just inside the bubble. Did you know he came in? By the way, he also wore a mask. It made a political statement, and no offense, I'm not. Again, these things are supposed to draw attention. But why is it that people, and again, this is what I'm asking literally, I want the answer. What's the bigger story? James Harden is practicing inside the bubble and healthy from COVID-19, or James Harden had a George Floyd mask on? What's the bigger story?
It wasn't a George Floyd one.
It says,
it was the thin blue line.
I didn't even
mask.
look, or thin blue line. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the pro
well, it
cop.
says right
it
here.
was the pro police.
It's pro cop.
It's pro police.
Well, see, it says George Floyd here. I don't know.
Well, that's what he was wearing. Yes.
Oh, that's why they were all upset. Is because no, because he says to show support for Black Lives Matter. See, now I'm so confused. So what did he wear yesterday?
It was a thin blue line mask. It was the Blue Lives Matter mask. More or less.
Okay.
It's the
do
pro
you realize
police.
I'm dyslexic? I just see B, basically L, and the M. That's Black Lives Matter. Okay? I did not realize that was Blue Lives Matter.
Yes.
You got to remember my dyslexic.
That's the one he was
ignorant
wearing.
self. Okay, now I get it. Oh my goodness. That is a profound statement. See, now I do make sense. I was like, why is this news? Have not most people talked about wearing things on their jerseys? So this is actually, for him to wear a Blue Lives Matter, that is actually a very profound statement. And I'm not going to, wow. And again, Blue Lives matter, Black Lives Matter, everything matters. I just literally was going to say, hey, for all you Rockets fans out there, James Harden is practicing. And just to show you how stupid I am, I literally thought they were making a big deal because he had a Black Lives Matter mask on. But that just shows, again, my ignorance. Now, my question is for you, Gabe, since I just basically blew myself up and how stupid I am. Is that
what?
Well, I mean, I literally, when I see BLM, I did not think
Yeah,
BLM.
I don't know.
And I'm colorblind,
I wonder
too.
if he knew, what the mask was. I don't know, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing to wear.
No,
it
it's
either.
not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing either.
It's just as good of a thing to say. I mean, you can support police.
All right. By the way, now you got me reading. So James Harden said for his part, he told reporters Thursday night he was in favor of a nationwide protest following George Floyd's tragic death, but he also said that the marching and everything was very good, but from where he stands, it's taken on a bad turn, and and he says he's hoping this is a powerful message that you can't become an anarchist, I guess. And by the way, maybe I should have read it. I literally was making fun because I wasn't going to read the article because I'm like, why is there a story about James Harden wearing a Black Lives Matter jersey? But again, thank you, Gabe, for showing out a dyslexic colorblind moron.
Hey, come on, man.
Hey, I am dyslexic. I am colorblind. I honestly thought the BLM was straight up Black Lives Matter, and I thought the story of the day was what? James Harden is playing with the Rockets. And then what the biggest story of the day is, do you know what I thought was?
What?
For Hardenwood? How many Braves people were going banana sandwiches about Yasiel Puig?
Does he have the old virus?
Did you not hear about this?
Yeah, I heard about it. Of course I heard about it.
I mean, yesterday.
Got signed what? When did he get signed?
Yeah, 2 days ago. Dude, yesterday I had a Braves fan tell me, brother, you understand, you know how athletic he is? Think about the infield, how athletic it is. You bring his power hitting with this pitch. Dude, watch out for the Braves, man. Short season, you never know. By the way, we just got to keep him under control for like 66 days, bro. This is my Braves fan, okay? Now, do you know what my Braves fan texts me?
What?
Hold on, let me pull it up. It's too funny.
Depression. Pure depression.
I hate you. You told me Yasiel Puig wasn't much better than realistically Nick Markakis. Now he has COVID-19. I blame it on you. Burn. Thank you, sir.
And not to mention, to my Braves fans out there,
look, I love
do you
all
have
you
any
Braves
hope
fans.
that you won't choke in the playoffs?
Dude, you know you're going to choke.
That's
Y'all,
just like last year, you had no business losing the Cardinals.
I
Let's
do
get
have
real.
to say one
Let's
thing.
get real.
The infield fly rule that they call it, like, that was probably the worst thing I've ever seen in
well,
baseball.
well.
And I'm sure you. Yeah,
well, they lost.
Yes, they did.
Losing anyway.
By the way, that.
So, I just went and looked at the memorial, right? And Bryson DeChambeau is tied for 31st at even. And did you hear about what Jack Nicklaus had to say?
No.
So he called out the USGA. Obviously, they're playing on his course at Muirfield Village.
Yes,
right?
it's his course.
So he's clearly mad because Bryson DeChambeau is just killing the ball, although he's shooting even par and he's tied for 31st. He said to the USGA, the golf ball is a very simple thing to fix, and I've been preaching about it for, 43 years.
I'm tired
I
of
went to the USGA. And then he said, it's a long time to be studying something. Guys, stop studying and do something, will you please?
Okay.
Why is everybody so worried? Okay, look, Bryson DeChambeau's killing the ball.
Ryan Palmer.
Can we just,
is that not who? Is it Ryan
that's who's
Palmer
leading.
or Tony Finau?
They're tied.
They're tied? I was like, one of the last time I looked, they were leading.
Look, Bryson DeChambeau won last week. Why are we going out of our minds about changing everything about the ball? Because he's killing it. I don't get it.
By the way, do you know?
And he's shooting even par right now. He's
that's
in
exactly what I was gonna
31st.
say. The
Why is
lowest-
everybody in golf has something to say about
Now-
the guy? If he's taking PEDs, that's one thing.
Jordan Spieth, is he not almost last in driver distance? If I remember correctly, I almost want somebody to pull this up. I'm just putting this way. I know he ain't in the top 100. Dude doesn't hit it all that far, but he puts one. I mean, hey, what do they say?
Short game, right?
You drive for show, you putt for dough. Dude, he's 2 under. You're even. Bryson DeChambeau, oh my God, he hits the ball so far. But when he gets on the damn green, he can't make a putt. By the way, it is tee to green in golf. If it was just about driving, homie who hit it 400 yards in the long drive competition would be on tour.
Again, are you sick of the complaining? Because I am sick of it.
I'm sick of it.
I'm done
do you
with
not
it.
remember like 2 months ago I brought this
Yes,
up?
but I'm done with why we have Jack Nicklaus speaking up on it now. Just let him hit the ball 428 yards or whatever the hell he does.
Dude, how old is
Just
Jim
let it
Furyk?
happen.
How old is Jim Furyk?
Old.
Like, he's old as
Yes.
dirt, right?
I wouldn't
Jim
say it's
Furyk,
dirt.
well, okay.
But
not
he's
dirt.
old. He's old.
He's 4 under right now. Jim Furyk's playing with the same damn ball, right? They're playing on the same course, but Bryson DeChambeau hits the ball so much farther than Jim. Jim is 50 years old. He's 4 shots better than Bryson DeChambeau, but yet Jack is talking about a 240-pound monster who looks like I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't care. I'll just straight up say it. We say it about baseball players. Looks like he's straight up got a hold of Barry Bonds' agent, and he's on the cream and the clear. Like, let's just be real. I'll be back in 2 shakes. I'm late for a break. This is Sports 56. I love me some happy hour. There's one story I didn't get to. I guess I'm going to have to get to it on the other side. Don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Great news, sports fans. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse is now open for dine-in service. Make a reservation and enjoy a mouth-watering steak dinner. Or, if you prefer, take it curbside. In addition to their fantastic steaks, the Butcher Shop Steakhouse has a variety of entrees, including Canadian lobster tail, crab stuffed shrimp, hand-seared red snapper, and fresh ground steak burger with portobello mushroom sauce. Planning to cook out? The Butcher Shop Steakhouse offers a great selection of fresh Angus beef, hand-cut steaks and burgers, lamb chops, Atlantic salmon, and more. Make your reservation for dine-in or pre-order for curbside pickup The Butcher Shop Steakhouse. Dine in, curbside, and delivery. Plus, enjoy the sizzle of top-quality Butcher Shop steaks on your own grill. Call us at 757-4244 and visit our website, thebutchershop.com, for menus and more. The Butcher Shop Steakhouse, Walnut Grove and Germantown Parkway.
Here's something you never knew about credit scores. Most people have 97 points they can add to their credit score, but they don't know how to get them. I'm David, CEO of ScoreMaster.com, the new science that puts you in control of your credit score. Imagine the difference 20 or 30 or 70 plus points could make. Wouldn't you like to know how many points you can add to your credit score before you get a loan, buy a home, car, refrigerator, or even apply for that apartment? A better credit score means getting a better deal. It really works too. ScoreMaster shows you how many available points you can add with an easy plan to get them. Now get this, the average person is adding 61 plus points in 20 days or less. You heard that right. The average of actual ScoreMaster users is 61 plus points in 20 days or less. Go to scoremaster.com/radio and see how many points you can add to your credit score. That's scoremaster.com/radio, scoremaster.com/radio.
Frontier Western Store is open and ready to serve you for all your needs in boots, apparel, pet food, and more. Frontier is proud to be a local leader here in the Mid-South when it comes to boots. Stop by the store today for an incredible selection of name brand work and dress boots. Come browse aisles and aisles of top quality boots at everyday low prices in our world famous boot showroom. Dan Post, Rocky, Durango, Twisted X, Georgia, Ariat, and many more. There are so many styles, colors, and fits available, you might need a hand picking out your favorites. Luckily, Frontier's knowledgeable sales staff will cheerfully assist you with any questions you have and ensure the proper fit of your new boots. Frontier also has an amazing selection of jeans and shirts by Wrangler, Ariat, and Carhartt, as well as a fully stocked women's boutique department with thousands of tops and dresses at unbelievable prices. New arrivals often. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Gilman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated since 1967.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Let's go! On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host, John Harden.
Many a hand has scaled the grand old face of the plateau. Some belong to strangers and some to folks you know. Holy ghosts and talk show hosts are planted in the sand to beautify the foothills, shake the many hands. There's nothing on the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. You see a lot up there, but don't be scared. Who needs Jackson when you got words?
Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. This is your good buddy Johnny Radio. You know Gabe Kuhn. We are Sports 56 Happy Hour, and I got to pass off the baton to Dave Woloshin, Brett Norsworthy. They should be both fired up because one is Friday, and two, Wolo better still be giddy because we got Moussa Cisse. Like, I think he would still be excited because I know I'm still excited. But I got to also say something. Thank you to Serena, who also just tweeted in, you guys were the bright spot of my day. Well, I appreciate that very much, Serena. We try to be the bright spot of everybody's day. We just try to give you the news, tell you we love you, and tell you what's going down in the world. Now, I also have to tell you one more story. We talked about how we are sick and tired of Bryson DeChambeau, right? We've talked about it.
I'm not sick and tired of him. I'm sick and tired of people talking about it. Like, God.
But again, I'm looking at this. There are like a 50 and a couple 40-year-olders who are beating him. Like, not by one, like, I'm talking about 4 strokes, 6 strokes, 6 strokes. They're all, the youngest one is 41 years old. They're beating him. Now, again, Ryan Palmer's 9 under and Tony Finau's 9 under, and they're beating him and beating the tar out of him. But my goodness, and for him to talk about Tiger Woods as some, like, little guy, oh, he was such a nice little guy to play with. Brother, you ain't playing all that great. But anyway, I'm just tired of it, and it's stupid. But I do have to say something very, 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 very important. Danica Patrick, Good luck moving on and finding somebody better than Aaron Rodgers. In fact, call his brother. He's actually a better guy. He'll probably date you. But I do also have to say this. This is very important. Braves fans. I really have broken the heart of Braves fans. Yes, it is the truth. You will not have Yasiel Puig. He tested positive for COVID-19 today, by the way. It was today. Do you know who's battling back, though? Freddie Freeman. In fact, he says he feels so good that he says he thinks he's a week away to joining the team. He said he said he felt like he got hit by a ton of bricks. He said he had a hell of fever. He said the headaches were so bad, the chills and the body aches made me think I was going to die. Chelsea, his wife, Chelsea, though, said she sounded very concerned at first. She almost took him to the hospital a couple times. She said now, though, he's feeling great. The whole family says that he's healthy. They want to thank God and thank for everybody who's prayed for him. So all you Braves fans who are cussing me out on the text line and on my phone, look, Yasiel Puig's gone. But, hey, you might get Freddie Freeman back. So I guess I didn't give you all bad news, did I?
I think they were expecting to have Freddie the whole time. So I don't know how much good news that is.
That is too funny. Well, we are 6 days away, and we only had 6 positive tests in Major League Baseball. So, by the way, that is a great, great sign. And the last thing I'm going to do, because I always tell y'all, I want to make sure y'all get out there and make this world a better place and all that good stuff. If you have any chance, if you've heard of them, if you've been over there, biological like plasma, what I'm talking about, like it's like COVID-19. It's realistic. It is no joke. It is the only way to save people right now. We're looking for a vaccine. We're looking for all kinds of things. But you can go give blood, and guess what happens when you give blood? You have to wait at least, I think, 52 days to go back and give blood. You can give plasma like every single week, and guess what? They compensate you for it. And by the way, it's very simple because you can't just walk in. So remember, Plasma Biological Services, call 866-END-CV19. That's 866-END-CV19. Let's end COVID-19. Let's get sports. Let's rock. Let's roll. 866-END-CV19. I'm going to be passing the baton over to Wolo and Stats. Going to tell everybody for Gabe, for John, get out there, make the world a better place. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace!